I is here. I is a bird. I is here. Right. What the? I've got stains on my shirt. That's weird. Yeah. So over the past couple of days, I have done no work related to. I've done no work related to the pick dump. I know. I need to, but yesterday was all over the place. Yesterday was all over the place. I was in calls. I was basically I was talking to other people and like family and stuff, and there was just issues happening, a couple of family emergencies kind of happening, so it was like big deals. There was a few big deals that was happening, so yeah. um I can't really talk about any of that stuff with you guys. I just I can't really talk about that stuff on a live stream. So yeah. Um but yeah, big doings basically as well, like in the background. Today I have been busy. I've been really busy basically organizing my computer and the files and all of that stuff. Um I've kind of got an issue, and that is that like I've been using ChatGPT, and now I'm also using Copilot to basically upscale and like alter a bunch of my old sketches and my old artwork and stuff like that. Just because it's just really cool to like make ultimately really big changes to kind of like really big or even just minute changes to old artworks and stuff. And that's just been interesting to see. Like, it's like, I wonder how this would look if basically the background was better, or like if this was more realistic, you know, um, and everything. And I have been having fun with that. Just in instead of playing video games, I've been basically fucking with these artworks and stuff. And it's interesting to see. It's very frustrating sometimes. It's very frustrating a lot of times when basically the AI or the filter on the image is kind of, oh, excuse me. ChatGPT especially does this. It's like it's very prudish. It doesn't have any kind of like, it's like any types of, well, here's the thing. Like I basically did a film noir detective story with ChatGPT, right? The second, and this detective story featured a couple of characters who were like, one, well basically like one of the supervillains, who is more of kind of like an anti-hero, is an immensely fat guy. He's a big fat cat guy, right? He's huge. It's basically like half a ton, and he is like, it's like there's a lot of descriptive narrative that needs to be written about him. And I basically got GPT to basically write this whole script and everything, in order to basically get a few pictures. And in these pictures, but basically, it was just a ruse to kind of get the program to kind of like go with my picture that I originally drew of I think it was the Crusoe-ish picture that somebody wanted me to draw a while ago. I think it was that one in particular. I basically I wanted to tell it exactly the proportions and the size and all of that stuff to basically make this picture better, and it failed like spectacularly. But in order to like try to refine it to actually get this picture to really work and stuff, I had to kind of like play along with ChatGPT. And when I did this, it had no problem. It had no problem at all. It had no problem at all, like refining the character and everything. And later for my friend's ruse, and it even basically like elaborating like an elaborate ironic punishment for this character, to basically be force fed to death. It completely went along with this. I then did the robe picture. So there's a picture on my Discord of basically it was part of a sequence, a comic sequence for Itchy, I think it was, um, where basically like I squish him, turn him into rubber, and then eat him, and then basically like there's a picture of a really lazily cartoonized version of me in a robe, and um, yeah, I basically I ran this through the upscaler of Chat GPT, right? When I did this, it then gave me some feedback saying that basically like you shouldn't do like pictures depicting fetishes and all that stuff. And I was like, yep, totally understand that. Just want to upscale this picture. It just happens to be of a fat guy, It's like, please do that, And it did it. And then I basically it did it wrong. So I wanted to refine it a little bit. And there was no there was no there was no real problems, but essentially if I wanted to refine it even more, I had to do the thing that I did with the uh, with the um, with the other backstory, with the film noir thing. So instead, but this time, instead of doing this one, I basically went with a different ruse. I basically said that there's like a it's kind of that there's like a nice story there's a nice wholesome story of essentially kind of like one person. um I think Chat GPT is gay, by the way. I'll explain why in a second. Basically of a person who is just like every morning they look outside their window and they see this guy that I'm describing, the guy from the picture, basically like getting his mail every morning. Every time he goes to get his newspaper and his mail, he comes out in his robe, and basically like goes to the mailbox and gets his mail and gets his newspaper, and sometimes reads or checks through the mail, and then kind of like goes back, and like how there's a kind of almost a romance that develops between these two characters. Just very quickly, just laid down a little bit of backstory and stuff. ChatGPT went with this, and basically with more prompting from me, because I would like to. I was going to try to like build this, see what I can do with this image, and see how ChatGPT would respond to basically like creating this character in different outfits and stuff like that. Different outfits, different situations, all of that jazz. I just wanted to see if it would actually do that. And this time though, it was different because it basically wrote a romance novel between this guy and a female neighbor after I prompted it to basically. It basically started writing. I had been prompting it to basically write a romance novel between a woman and a guy, and yet it seemed to basically really push hard on the fact that, like, oh no, these are two guys that are in love with each other, not a woman neighbor that likes this guy. And I basically, like, I didn't do this. I kind of had like a little bit of a bias. Yes, that is a mosquito. In case you're wondering, it's a male. It's not deadly or anything. It basically is just, it keeps landing on me, but it doesn't actually like bite me because it does like to go near my ear. Fuck off. It's a guy. It can't bite you. Anyway, yeah, I kept like prompting girly stuff for the romance. It kept prompting two guys together, which is quite funny. But then after it had suggested all of this stuff about about how basically about how this girl character is in love with this guy because of his size and his like masculinity and like the fact that he's a big eater or something, and it was like the ChatGPT did all of this. I was writing the wholesome stuff. I literally just wanted him to be in different outfits, but it was writing all of this stuff. And then it kind of like it suggested that there was like a pie eating contest in one of the scenes that it wrote earlier. And then basically it gave me a list of 3 suggestions of where to go with the story. And it was like, a like a family reunion, or like a big time skip where we go to like the future where they're getting married or whatever. And then there's like a redo of the pie eating scene, the pie eating contest scene at the county fair, but it's like a year later. Also implied in the little suggestion that it's like he's a lot heavier, but he's happy, and they're happy, and it's all great. And I was like, okay, yeah, the pie eating one, just out of curiosity, And then I added like, oh, also like it could be a proposal, just write that, maybe even get a good picture scene out of it. It immediately shot back with like, this chat is terminated on account of sexual themes related to fetishes and all of this stuff, and it was like, you wrote it. You wrote this. What? It is weirdly prudish about itself. I don't understand why it does this, but this isn't the first time it's done this. And it's annoying, especially since it basically isn't the only one I've discovered that basically can do photo manipulation and photo generation and all of that stuff based on pictures that you send it, right? You should post it. Let's have a look at it. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw Roscoe's thing in the chat. So it's just like I said, it's just dumb. It's prudish, it's irritating, and weirdly I found that kind of like it noticed all of this shit that it was doing, by the way, in this story, but it didn't notice anything or say anything about the film noir drama that it helped me build, involving a supervillain that is basically a big gainer berry guy that likes to crush people with his immense weight, and like one of his demise scenes is essentially him being force fed to death. It's like, no, Didn't have a problem with any of that. Didn't get any prompts saying, you know, this chat is terminated due to these kind of fetishes and this kind of scenes and all of this stuff. Nope. Only on the romance scene, only on the romance story did it be like, nope, it's bad. You shouldn't like be glorifying feederism and weight gain and all of that stuff. And it was like, what about this story? Where were you here? Yeah, with all these pictures that it generated for that. Hello? I hate that, by the way. I hate when people say hello as if to, yeah. I just hate people saying hello repetitively. I hate that so much. I've noticed that a few people I like have started doing this as well, and I hate that. I don't know why. It annoys me. It annoys me so much. Anyway, so yeah, ChatGPT is expensive, so it basically only spits out 4 or 5 images a day, basically for me. I'm saying basically not too much. God damn it. However, I discovered some place that does do upscaling. That is actually very well known and also doesn't seem to have so many hang-ups. It does still have some hang-ups, but that is Copilot. Basically, if you have if you not the one on your computer, I do want to specify this, not the Copilot from your computer. It's the Copilot that you log into online. Okay, if you use the one on your computer, you're going to get a lot of basically it's incredibly way more prudish than any of the AI stuff ever. You know, they fucking hate it if you try to do anything with that program. They do not like it. They don't like you. They don't like your work. It doesn't seem to like anything that you want to do with it. And also, it crashes or glitches when it doesn't want to work hard, and that annoys the fuck out of me so much. However, the online version, the one on the browser, you know, that you can go to and go on the browser, is infinitely more understanding and like helpful, and basically doesn't seem to give a shit about anything. It does care about a couple of things. For example, the blueberry and the farmhand, that storyline that I had in pictures. Um, I tried to upload the picture of the farmhand when he's leaning on one of the vats, kind of prodding at the giant blueberry man. Like, it didn't like that picture. It wouldn't let me upload it. It said that picture is banned. Please don't use this picture. It goes against our terms of service, etc. Fair enough. That's the only picture that it said that about. It's the only picture it said that about. There are a few drawbacks though with Copilot, and the main drawback is that it's because it's free, and from what I can tell, it's unlimited. It's not as good. It's got a little bit of a quality. It's not as good in quality as ChatGPT. It's like it takes more prompts and is more. You have to poke at the images a lot more to basically get it to do what you want it to do, and it is a little bit frustrating, just a little bit. But if you persevere, it's going to take possibly like 10, 20, sometimes 30 pictures before you get something that you think is close to what you have in your head, you know. But if you persevere with it, it does it really well. It follows instructions. Again, you have to be hyper specific, and you do have to be a little bit careful, if you don't want to trigger the whole, like prude computer thing. You can't just straight up mention that it's like, I would like this character super empregged or whatever. It's gonna basically be like, no. Yeah. I'm definitely not into Mpreg. I just want to point that out. Okay, we're not really into the whole Mpreg thing. I don't understand how people can be, but there are people that are. But okay. Anyway, yeah, you can't be super specific with like specific names of specific fetishes and stuff. You got +3 from school. What do you mean, GPT? Do you mean that? Because yeah, I'd take that. That would be kind of like super useful. Like I said, I've been doing like 5 pictures a day, just upscaling like 5 pictures of my old artwork a day. But sweet. Well, like drop the relative information in the in Discord chat in the DMs if you don't mind. If you don't mind, um, I'll let you know if it works. That'd be cool. That'd be helpful. Anyway, yeah. I just want an old man's seed in me. Fair enough. That doesn't really count as Mpreg. That might be like, would you go away? That might be, I think that's conflation. Maybe. Or if it's just the one guy, then like maybe that's just sex, dude. Anyway, yeah. So I have been kind of like at first it's kind of a bit naughty because it's kind of a bit addictive, I guess. Because in my free time now, I've noticed that instead of playing video games, I've been basically playing. First I get it to upscale my picture, then I get it to basically perfectly depict what I was like truly envisioning when I drew that picture. Then I play. Then I just fuck with it. I test the limits of the AI. Test the limits of how far I can push the boundaries and stuff. And again, with Copilot, I have not hit a boundary. Yeah, I've not hit a boundary yet. It's long, it's arduous, but essentially I've been trying to kind of like push the boundaries because again on GPT you get to a point where basically it will tell you that it's like it's not realistic and it's moving into the fetishistic, so we're gonna stop here. It's gonna say it's gonna stop there, and it's gonna basically recommend a new chat or a new like just completely kind of clearing your history or whatever. And yeah, that's annoying. However, like I said, not hit a boundary. It's not said. It's like that's too much. It's never said anything like that to me. At least to me yet. When I use Copilot, it's just not used. It's not done that to me yet. So yeah. I'll give you an example. I was basically just like just playing with the image of the old sailor. Well, at first it was just the chunky sea captain, but then it made him into basically an old sea captain, and I was happy with that. But then then basically I was like, how far can we push this before it says, it's like, oh no, that's inflation porn or whatever. It's like, oh no, that's that's into the fetishistic or whatever, you know. But yeah, I kept like it kept like fucking up with like the frame size, and like certain like body parts proportions were not quite there, so I kept like fucking with it again for mainly fun, just to see where the limits were and stuff like that. And eventually I ended up with a big ballooned sea captain, and it was like, I'm gonna just have to stop because I have shit to do today. It was just getting it was getting a bit too kind of like, ooh, I wonder if I can make it even like, even, you know, make him even bigger, or like you know, float more, or what. I don't know where to go with this. Also, Damon got back today, so yeah, he's gone to bed a little while ago, and it was like, I had to clean the house and make sure that he was okay. Oh, excuse me. I had to clean the house and make sure he was okay as well. So I haven't had any time to do anything else. But if in case anybody's wondering why, oh my god, I'm just gonna have to kill it. I'm gonna have to put it out of its misery. It's just flying around and annoying me. So yeah. I'm gonna have to do it off screen because YouTube doesn't like it when I use my bug zapper thing. I think I can get away with shooting it with that. I mean hitting it. YouTube. I mean hitting it at high velocity with salt. Are you gonna land? Are you gonna land? Yeah, yeah. No, you're just in the air. I'm trying to make sure that it isn't on screen. Oh, you son of a bitch. Get off. It landed on my leg. Well, it landed on my belly, but it landed on my. Then it landed on my leg, and I think I killed it accidentally with my hand. Well, so far the stream hasn't like collapsed, so I'm guessing that we're good. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been doing, and I'm sorry that I haven't been actually, like, you know, doing the video work just yet, but I've been busy with other stuff, life stuff, and also like discovering a new tool to help me basically like improve my art stuff. Here's something I want to ask. Should I create a new folder on my computer that just is all of my specifically from me, my AI artwork? I've just been putting it in my reference folder for, you know, for other projects and future stuff. Should I actually like take all of this stuff and put it in its own folder? No reason not to. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll make another folder and then stress my my hard drives. I was going to ask you this, Roscoe. Did you solve the problem of your hard drive, or is it still an expensive nightmare that you'd rather not talk about? I'll put it all in one folder then, so it's like it's get-atable, I guess. I kind of don't know if well, at the moment I don't want to upload any of this stuff to like to anything. I don't really have like anything to upload it to, you know. You know, I wouldn't feel comfortable right now, at least, uploading anything to like Fur Affinity, which is the only place that I've actually got like any kind of archive. of my artwork. I've been thinking about getting back onto DeviantArt, but the problem with DeviantArt is that it's like it's a bit money hungry. Like it's really money hungry, you know. It's like it's also very complicated. Well, it's more complicated than Fur Affinity. You know, Fur Affinity is very simple to upload something. DeviantArt is simple to upload bulk stuff, but if you want to like actually label it and all of that shit, then it's more complicated. You know, if you want to put like tags and label it and basically add extra links to extra stuff and everything, I personally think it's just more complicated, and it's just overly complicated. I kind of wish that they would use their AI tool not just for the creative stuff, but also to basically automatically generate tags for your artwork and stuff. You know, I feel like that's a thing that should have been a thing since YouTube started doing it. I think that it should be a lot easier. My editing software generates tags for me if I chose to do it, you know. Yeah. Instead you just bought another one. Fair enough. I mean, there is a way. I swear to God, there is a way. I like I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, Roscoe. It's just that when you told me the prices of how much it would cost to repair or recover any of your information and stuff, like I said, I'm pretty sure that I could just get it done here for like $80. $80, like that, and that's the high end, you know. Like to recover information. Normally, I happen to be kind of like sort of married to a a guy who can take apart a hard drive and restore, or at least save, a lot of the data from the hard drive if I gave it to him. So I'm lucky, I guess. But I think that, you know, he'd at least have like contacts, or at least the tools to like get it done for me for free. However, if I didn't have that, like I said, I'm pretty sure I could just go into like a PC World, and which is it's an electrical outlet store, I guess, um, here in the UK, and I could just go to their desk, you know, their help desk, and they could at least recommend some place for me to back up, you know, some to recover. That's it, recover all of my shit. So I'm pretty sure there's an American equivalent. I'm pretty sure there is an American equivalent somewhere. I think you might just need to know where to go, maybe, or like, yeah. But I mean, if you basically can just get a new one, and it's not gonna basically kill you to do so, then like, yeah, I don't know. Fur Affinity would rip you to threads. I think you meant shreds. Do you mean because the Fur Affinity is against AI? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen a few accounts of a few accounts using AI images, and they are still around. And also, like, I haven't noticed any kind of like wild, you know, digital murder of these people. They will auto delete AI content. Again, I've seen it. I've seen it. I have seen it. The next time I come across something, I'll post it in on Discord. But I definitely have seen AI content on Fur Affinity. So yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I have nowhere to basically like archive this stuff. Um, ooh, sometimes I see a bunch of good, like semi decent AI stuff on Tumblr, I guess. Um, oh, Twitter used to be pretty good for some of the AI. Some of the AI accounts, basically, they used to be pretty good, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Like I said, though, I just don't want to. I don't want to use DeviantArt. I still haven't made my peace with DeviantArt, and also, like I said, it's just overly complicated. Yeah, I might just dump it all on like on. Well, I actually have a TumblerTubbsart on Tumblr account, and it used to be for my art stuff, but like it just wasn't. It wasn't getting any real traction. You know, there's basically one or two guys that were basically saying like it's like good job. That was it, and it was like yeah, I appreciate that, and yeah, I like these guys. However, these guys have access to my Fur Affinity account. You know, they're also on my Fur Affinity account. I see them using my Fur Affinity account to look at my stuff. Um, if I'm going to do it for these guys and nobody else is seeing it, what's the point? So yeah, I might just reopen that up and then dump all of the AI stuff on there. But yeah, this isn't a long term solution. You know, this isn't a long term project. Essentially, the the AI stuff that I'm doing is only good for the artwork that I've already done. Once I've finished upscaling the pictures that I want to upscale with the AI, that's it. Like it's over. Like I don't intend to continue using it. I'm not going to continue using it to create new stuff because the new stuff will be like I'm actually against using AI for a lot of stuff. One of the reasons is that basically it's like it uses people's stuff without their consent. You know, without their knowing consent, at least. You know, including my work, because some of my work, well, even some of my work illegitimately is being used on DeviantArt. DeviantArt is one of the places where a lot of the AI stuff is drawing inspiration from, or at least, yeah. So for that reason, I don't like it when they do this. If they basically just said that they were, you know, if there was a box saying you can, you know, AI can use my content to generate new pictures, whatever, I'd be happy with that, and I would click it. But there was never any of this. This has never been a thing on the internet, and I wish it was. But until this happens, I don't like using AI. So I'm not liking, you know, I'm not going to use AI for anything other than basically just seeing what upscaling my artwork looks like, you know, and making minute changes on that. I don't think is basically like ripping off other people's artwork or using other people's artwork without their consent to a degree. So yeah. Anyway, oh my god, lots of ranting and stuff like that, and stuff. Lots and lots of ranting and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, what I planned to do tonight was essentially start on my buddy Andy's, um, uh, like his commission idea and stuff. So and stuff. Fuck's sake, what's wrong with me? Ever since Damon got back, I just have not been able to put words in the right order sometimes, and I keep repeating certain words and phrases, like basically and stuff, and it's just it's I hate it. I hate when I do that, especially when I notice I do that. So yeah, it's annoying. Maybe I'm just tired. I have been going crazy, and my feet have been killing me. By the way, I'm wearing sandals. I'm not sandals. I'm wearing flip flops, basically. I'm wearing flip flops because I need to air out my toes because I like my feet were hurting way too much. And ever since I've been wearing the sandals, the flip flops, yeah, my feet feel a lot better so far. However, I am wearing my flip flops in my office, and that's creepy. So if you see me looking down, it's because I think something's crawled over my toes. This is exactly why I don't wear flip flops. So yeah, my buddy Andy, rather publicly, wanted me to draw a picture for him to do a sketch, or he basically commissioned me to do a picture. So I'm gonna do that picture. He has there's a thing that's bugging me, and I'm worried that I'm gonna have to do two pictures, and I'm worried that I'm not gonna like doing two pictures. I'm worried that I'll be annoyed at drawing the first one, and lots of stuff is going to go wrong, and I end up doing something else. However, I also like drawing, so this is cool that I get to do two pictures, especially if I'm going to get paid to do both pictures. So, yeah. He hasn't answered a couple of questions. He has DM'd me the description and also written it publicly. I'm going to quickly go over there and I'm going to read it. I might not read it out loud, but I'm going to read it. I've posted the AI images on art stuff. Should we have like a dedicated AI room on my Discord? Should we do that? I'm just curious. You both say yes. I will get on that after. I'm just going up to the information and then I'll get on that. Maybe before I go to bed tonight. Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I've got the thing here. So what I want to, and Don, you by all means, you can basically take this as an opportunity for some free art from me. He has not answered the question. This is why I'm thinking of doing two pictures. He has not answered the question of if he wants exaggerated cartoony proportions, i.e. sphere, or regular, slightly exaggerated proportions. So I might do two pictures, one slightly more cartoony and one slightly more realistic. So yeah, I'm just reading through it real quick one more time. Oh no, he said in actual proportions. I guess you are screwed. Cry. I'm tempted to give you a freebie. I am tempted to give you a freebie. But yeah, you don't know what to ask me for? I'm just going to check the DMs to see if there's anything different here. It looks like it's copied and pasted. Okay. So my actual support, I'm still gonna slightly exaggerate some bits, you know, just for the funsies, just for the funsies. Well, aren't you technically getting free art for the Rules Club stuff? You technically, isn't that? I mean, are you? If you're paying for that, that's awesome. But I assumed you wouldn't be paying for that, and that it basically would be mostly for just, even if it's just limited to exposure. So yeah. What was he? Standing face, half left. Ugh. Feet slightly apart, right arm raised, holding pipe near mouth, left hand on belly. It's a very specific pose. Ugh. I need more liquids, I think. I need a more fizzy. Right, what I'm gonna grab, what I'm gonna look at least. Some reference pictures for inspiration. They're just of me. I just want to point that out. It's I'm gonna see if I got any like full body shots or anything of me basically doing that. I did like the all capital letters sphere. Oh, I know this is exciting, right? Super exciting. Just watching me scroll through pictures. I'm actually looking at a different folder just to see if anybody's got like any nice suits in my reference pictures folders. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to look up like, you know, full tweed suit, and it's like that's not bad, but yeah. Some good options, but they aren't like full-on suits with like waistcoats and everything. I'm gonna have to look it up. Ugh. Ich. Yeah. Okay. Back to the description. Stop it. I'm not that tired. I am tired, but I'm not that tired. Okay. I'm going to look at pictures of myself in a second. I just wanted to get a right feel for like the pose. I'm pretty sure I've got like a picture of me in this exact pose, or very close. So I'm pretty sure I can find it. But yeah, single-breasted tweed jacket. That's easy. Jacket, buttons on cuffs, tweed trousers, waistcoat, white shirt, bow tie, light brown. The tie is like, does he say facial hair? Short but full beard. Okay. I was gonna say when I have a beard, you can't see the tie, the top of the tie, or anything. So yeah. Light brown. Light brown. What is it? BROGUES. What is that? Shoes. Shoes. Light blue socks. You'll see my socks. I think not. Waistcoat stops above waistline, showing a sliver of shirt. Well, that doesn't happen. Lapel has a pin. Like my beard might be short, but I'm still gonna use tricks of art to basically not show any of this stuff, especially since it's going to be on a piece of paper this size. It's like I'm not going to be able to get all that detail in. You know, I don't mind trying. It's just that, yeah. At least I know what those shoes are called. I'm not that refined, okay? What was my message? I got a message from somebody. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go on to reference images of myself with that pose. There's the me folder. I do want a full body picture. I don't, which is hard because I don't usually do those. So, ooh. Especially because they're like a lot of these are at low angles as well. I might just have to freehand it. Yeah. Hey, Panafox. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to freehand it. Oh, I don't have the pencil with the eraser on the end of it. And I don't know where my other eraser's gone. I kept thinking it was on the floor just there, but it's not. It's on the desk somewhere. Right, so is everybody paying attention to their art, to the art instructor? Okay, yeah, idiot, I want the description up. Yeah, it was a joke, guys. It was a joke. I just said it because that's probably too big for the head, but around about that. If we're going for actual proportions. Go look at my torso. That might be a bit too generous with the shoulders. That's the problem. I've got to wrestle with my residual self image and you know what's actually a thing because of the whole random body dysmorphia thing. You know, it had me back so far. I'm confused. Oh, I haven't left enough space for the legs. Would that be cheating too much if I just didn't put the feet in? I bet it would. He's mentioned he's mentioned shoes, so I'm guessing he wants me to do the feet. So I can't erase anything because I've got no eraser. Is that my eraser? Oh, it's behind a spider web. It is, but it's behind a spider web. That's not cool. Yeah, whatever. The playback was delayed, was it? Weird. That's probably too generous on the tummy. On the belly. Did I hear the song you shared? No. I think I've been a bit generous with my proportions. Like, I don't know if it will show up on camera. Do you want me to play it? I'm gonna check it out in just a second. I'm just dealing with just the general proportions. I'm dealing with arm placement right now. How far does the arm go down before you get to forearm? Just below the chest. One arm. Okay, so the other one is. Oh wait, right. Half left, that side. My right arm. Okay, yeah. I know. Okay, so I think I got my proportions ish right. Oh my god. I'll show you in just a second. I've got to answer this person or they will for a hissy fit or delete their chat or whatever. Right. Discord. Come on. There we go. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but I think these proportions are accurate for my body type. Again, I don't know how well that's going to show. I can see it anyway on mine. Yeah, it's not very visible on the preview. So it's, yeah, it's weird that it's coming across here, but it's not coming across anywhere else. I'm just going to do a quick scan of it and put it on Discord, and then I'm going to check out music or something that you sent. Oh my god, why do you need me to touch it up? What is the point of scanning it in if you basically are just going to do this? I'm posting it, I'm posting it, I'm posting it. Oh, where should I post it? Art stuff, art stuff. Did it post? I think it did. I'm gonna check anyway because I've got to check the Muzak. Muzak. Where did you post it? Oh, is it Talking Tunes? I haven't checked that for ages. Yeah, those are my proportions ish, right? I mean, I can make changes on the actual picture.
Are you managing your money with Revolut?
We were playing in the sand, and you found a little band. You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I planned. When you had to bid adieu, said you'd never love anew. I wondered if I could hold it and fall in love with it too.
Thank you much.
Buy a pony, but all I wanted was you.
Oh, it's okay. It's only a couple of minutes long. Fair enough. Dawn, you are confused about what to draw. There's like so much stuff that you could ask for, pick. It can't be that hard, surely. Just throw a couple of your favorite things together and then, yeah. Say I want that. Easy. Not that I'm trying to get you to, throw money at me or anything. I'm just saying. Right, so I need reference for a full tweed suit. You found the song in a horror video? Okay. Did he say brown? I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's not going to be in color, but ding. Okay, look, I have one on screen. I was going to say this is the easiest part to do, but it's not. So first of all, the shoulders are slightly squared off because the jacket has shoulder pads, which is fine. I don't really know what to talk about while I'm doing this. Oh, are you going to share the idea, or are you going to let it speak for itself? I did a sleeve. I'm proud of my sleeve. Where's the jacket going to come? Out here? Yeah. That's not a weird thing. That is actually something that does happen. About the biker club thing, by the way, I do like the idea. Yes, I was reminding myself of what a hand looks like. Give me a break. I haven't drawn fingers in a long time, you know. A lot of my recent stuff has been furry related. We aren't judging either. Yeah, sure you weren't. What side are the buttons? The buttons are on that side, unless they are actually buttoned up, in which case they look like they're on this side. Yeah, that side. Okay, I don't have to worry about buttons. Sweet. And your thing is, it's a candy, alright, candy gore idea. Want to make my thing into a pinata. How have you done that? Like, I'm not trying to step on your style or anything, but it's like, that does seem to be a very common thing with you. Or maybe I just haven't looked at a lot of your stuff, I think. I just feel like I've heard this idea already before somehow. Due to fear? What are you afraid of? I'm not belittling your fear, by the way. I'm just saying. Well, it was more like a quote, you know. The jacket goes all the way down to the crotch on this guy. I'm gonna say it goes like halfway down the bottom, maybe. Just the thought of making shitty art. Well, I get that. That's well, kind of been my thing. It's just that I know that I've not been doing my bestiest work, so I've just been not doing it. Plus, also, I just haven't had time to do it just recently. So yeah. I've successfully done an arm and a jacket. Don't I feel proud of myself? Ew. I'm gonna do the whole suit, and then I'm probably gonna go because I've been on for a long time. I didn't know I was on for over an hour. So I would have put music on, by the way, but my phone is on low power. This guy is standing. This guy that's doing the modeling for the suit that he's wearing. This guy is his legs are in the right positions that my legs are in this picture. However, he is a lot skinnier, and also the image is just cropped just enough so that I can't really see the shoes. Oh wait, no, I can scroll, but there's a big X at the bottom of the page. But I am stealing with my eyes that line. Ooh, God. That line right there. That just slight curvy, clothy line. This guy's got really tiny legs. You know, I know I'm not like, super buff looking and stuff like that. I know I'm very, very thickly built though, and it's always very funny to me that I look at people, I look at some people, and I'm like, how do you use that tiny arm? How is that leg supporting you? That is super, super thin. Like, it really looks super snappable. That will break if something gives you a box of chocolates or something. I don't know. It looks so breakable. Like, oof. Sometimes I see some people and I'm just like, oh my god, wow. Me, the Adonis that basically has grown up in a swimming pool and played rugby and basically walks everywhere and is very heavy anyway, has like really, really big, thick, meaty legs, and it's like, how is this so tiny? It's so crazy. I'm sure some of you guys have the same thing. You just see people that have tiny legs, and you're like, how is that possible? How do they function? What is the deal? Oh God, Mrs. You surprised me. A small tarantula is just on the wall here. She's trying to crawl up my cord for my headphones, which are just here. I know, I startled you. She's very pretty. She's a glass. She's a grass spider. The ones that do the thing in the grass. But she's big. She's a big girl. If you get on the floor, I'm gonna have to lift up my feet because I do not want you on my foot, on my bare feet. Fine, just stay there then. She reached the bottom of my headphone cable. I'm putting my feet up on the desk, like on the desk stand, just in case she does make it to the floor. We have a couple of firefighters at work that are so short or tall we have to custom order gear for them. Okay. No, it's a small tarantula. It's about this big. But yeah, she's a grass spider, and like I said, they don't normally. Like, I think she might have just come in because they don't normally go into sheds and buildings. It might have just been just a touch too cold outside at the moment for her. I'm doing the crotch. It's very delicate work. Take your time, dude. Take your time. I just got to make sure she doesn't go behind me, because if she goes behind me, then I've got to like move the chair. I don't want to move the chair. Yep, I can't see her anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully she just doesn't land on me, because that would be kind of like... I do not want that much adrenaline in my system at this time of night. You know? I'll never get to sleep. So he wants the waistcoat at a very specific kind of angle, or what? Did you say a sliver, or am I allowed to get away with just a little bit, like at the the middle bit of the W of the waistcoat? I can still see her, but I have to look at a certain angle. I think she already gave me some adrenaline. I may be. I need to look at the description one more time. Waistcoat. Waistcoat stops above waistline, showing a sliver of shirt and the ends of the braces under the... Well, no, because that would make the waistcoat look stupid. That would make the waistcoat look stupid. So now my feet are all twitchy because I keep like thinking something's crawling on them because I've seen a spider rally. Anyway, yeah, that's not how waistcoats work. Oh, let me finish the jacket. I've done the pants. I've got like one side of the jacket. I was gonna do the other side of the jacket after I did the waistcoat, but now I'm realizing I should just finish the jacket first, so that I know where the waistcoat is gonna be. What's not helping is that there is a fox or something going ah ah just outside. And an owl. I can also hear an owl as well because I haven't put the music on. anxiety now because I don't know where she went. So now I'm kind of like, where the fuck is she? Hopefully she's okay. Hopefully she went into the corner and she's going to be okay. I really do wish I had my eraser. But yeah, okay. So I got the edge of the other arm. Nope, the buttons will be visible on the arm. There's not one about to drop on me, is there? No. I think we're good. Yeah, a fox, a spider, and an owl. And an ale. Okay, I got the shoulder and the arm and the... Focus on the suit. Okay, so where did he say the fucking? I just read it. I just read it just now. Jesus. So where did he want the waistcoat to end? Waistcoat stops above the waistline. Above the waistline. Again, that's not how you wear a suit. Hello, PG. Are we friends? Are we? I'm just going to do it where I feel is comfortable, and then I'm going to show him the sketch, and hopefully he'll like it. I will show a sliver, but yeah. I heard that. I heard that. Somebody being creepy. Could you not? I'm turning my heating on because it's a little bit chilly. I want to put my feet on the ground. Why is everything weird and creepy happening right now? You know what I can do? I can do the top of the fucking waistcoat and deal with the other bit as I go. Should we put a little bit of strain on the waistcoat just out of curiosity? Like add a teeny bit of strain. How many buttons? 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth one is open. As is tradition. So I wasn't breathing right. I want to put strain on these buttons. Oh, I've got to do the watch chain thing as well, don't I? Oh, I'd strain. Strain. I don't think I'm going to do the watch chain thing. So I just realized I've got to add the shirt. I need its buttons, but that's not on the reference picture. So, Okay, so now we got to the top of the paints. Now I've got to decide where the top of the paints is. So here's what I got so far. I'm gonna check to see if you can see it. Yeah, you can't see the tiny details, but you can see, like, I haven't done the shoes, but I'm gonna. So yeah, I think I nailed everything, but as you can see, the where the pants meet the waistcoat is very, very light, and you can't really see any detail. But it's there. There's some stuff there. It's just that I need to figure out where to put the top of the pants. Normally, in this situation, the pant line would be around about the belly button, over the belly, but he wants it slightly lower. It's just that I don't want it to look stupid. So well, no giant spiders. Are visible. I'm going to put my feet back down. Yeah, and then I've just got to do the shoes, and I'm going to be incredibly lazy with the shoes. Okay, okay. The mice are back. The mice are back. The mice are back. That's what that noise was. I could see something at the corner of my eye, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then as the radiator turned on and things started to warm up, it was like I thought it was the spider, but then yeah, I saw everything. I saw I saw I saw a one blur rush to the hole in the door, and that was it. It was like it's gone. Oh my god! And I don't. There was a spider mite crawling around on my paper. They live on wood and stuff. It's all the bugs. It's all the bugs tonight. When I'm not wearing shoes. I'm gonna go inside after I finish this, I think. Right, quickly go back to the model because I'm pretty sure he's wearing the shoes that I need to be wearing in the picture. I can't really get much detail. What were the shoes? Yeah, they're the same, basically, but those ones are very, very dark brown and they're not showing up on the pictures. So I've got like a real quick one here. Ugh, shoes. Oh my god, shoes. Oh my god, shoes. This is real. Somebody told me that that song is like 30 years, 30, almost, it's 30 years old. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna die soon. Right, got the shoes, got everything lined up. I think I nailed it. Apart from the gold watch chain. Should I do that now, just real quick? He wants a pin. Should I put it on the... I think I might leave that out and just ask him where to put that. Did he say also that I needed a hat, or am I good without the hat? Left hand trouser pocket has the handle of a kosh. What the fuck is that? Is it something that I'm basically... I think I already know. But it's a flogging implement. I thought it was. It's basically like a very, very small truncheon. I'm not that tired. I'm not that tired. Have I got everything I need from the waistcoat here? From the tweed suit here? Let me just... I'll just quickly show you what I did. You can't see the pocket of the trousers anyway, so yeah. So here is the best approximation so far. I'm gonna put in like my facial details and everything after I find a couple of good pictures. And that could be challenging or it could be super easy. It's like it usually goes one way or the other. You know, either it's super challenging and I need my eraser for the fine details, or it just like I just do it and it just is, it's done and it looks good and I'm fine with that. So yeah, I'm gonna put the chain in because that's not gonna take long. That's not gonna take long. But yeah, so apart from the patterning, I think we've got everything we got out of this because it's kind of like it's kind of, you know, it's got like a grid pattern on the reference picture. So chuck it in the Discord. Well, that's the reference picture, so I can just come back and look at the Discord reference picture. So yeah. I put it on Discord. I was going to put it on this screen, but then that would have taken forever. And I'm just not. Anyway. Oh, the pockets. I just realized I can't see I haven't done the pockets. They were around about the second from last button up. I've done mine just a little bit slightly down. Right. Okay. I just looked for a pocket watch chain. Looking at examples. I wear mine completely different, apparently, to the way that people mostly wore them, because mine has like some of them have a clip, some of them have the rod, which is basically something that just goes through the buttonhole, and mine has a clip, so basically actually goes like a not a clip, not a crab clip. I can't remember. Is that what it's called? Is it called like a crab claw clip, like a pincer clip, or whatever? Mine's more of a it's just a piece of bent metal, and it's meant to go kind of like on a waistcoat, like on the fold of the actual thing. It's supposed to like hook onto the actual cloth, not go through the buttonhole. It's actually meant to go around a button, a small button. And yeah, so the way that because I have a watch chain connected to a monocle, and essentially it basically, yeah, I don't need a pocket watch. Pocket watches are usually too big to fit into the pockets because like they're thick. Pocket watches are quite thick, and when every single waistcoat that I've ever had, apart from the leather waistcoats, there just isn't enough space. The tummy kind of presses on the pockets too much for actually anything to be in the pockets. So a monocle, which is just a piece of glass in some metal, isn't that thick, so it just slides in and it gives the pocket watch effect. I have to find out where that is because yeah. So yeah, I need to find an example of somebody wearing an actual pocket watch. Okay. So there's no zoomed out examples. Why are there no zoomed out examples? Oh, here we go. There's like the thumbnail and somebody explaining how to wear a pocket watch. Okay, it appears to be. Oh, this person's got a different waistcoat. and they're wearing a kilt. That's cheating. That's just cheating. Okay, we've got a simpler waistcoat. It seems to be on the second. I should have put more buttons. All of these are quite high up. They're like in the middle of the waistcoat. That looks awful. I need to erase that. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. I'm done. So I thought I saw something out the corner of my eye. Okay, I'm gonna give you one last look. Should I just scan it and put it on Discord? I'm gonna give people who are watching on stream one last look. Then I'm gonna scan it and put it on Discord. But this is what I got so far. I think that's a slightly exaggerated proportions of me, but I feel like that's how I would fill out the suit. Pretty okay, maybe. But yeah, how do I do this? How do I put it on? I put it up against here. That's why the phone had problems scanning, because the lighting isn't super awesome. It's straight. Come on. There we go. Going to the app. Yeah, it's too dark because the light isn't directly on it. It's still not. Well, if I bring the brightness any more up on that picture, it's gonna blur out the rest of it. Okay, putting it on Discord. It's a light sketch here, but these are laying out the lines for the pen and inking. So then comes the shading and stuff. There we go. Okay. Once my face is in it, and maybe that's one of the good things about one of the good things about the whole AI generated thing. I might be able to plug this in and just tell it to put a background in. I know that sounds super lazy and everything, but he didn't say what the background would be. So, yeah. Maybe he'll see this when he gets up and he'll be like, ew, I hate this. I want you to completely redo it. Completely redo. Redo everything. Okay, anybody want to ask me anything or say anything to me before I go? Now is the time. I'll be back the day after tomorrow. And this picture will probably be done by tomorrow. If I actually do anything tomorrow. I've got like a bunch of like tidying up to do in the house. And yeah, I most likely will do the Discord AI channel as well tomorrow. Should I just do that now? How, like, is that going to be a problem? Is that going to be a problem? What should we call it? Backgrounds are hard. Well, maybe I'll just upload the unbackgrounded one, and then when it comes to enhance that picture in particular, then I'll put in a different one. Like I'll just include a background. I had like a huge spot that I accidentally caught when I like scratched my head, so I'm being very careful about itches on my head and just where I'm going to scratch, so I don't accidentally have the same problem. It felt so painful. It was so painful, you guys. Does the AI have a name? Well, no, it's for everybody's AI art. I asked earlier in the stream if we should make a AI channel on the Discord server, and people said yes. I could just call it AI art stuff. I'm gonna call it AI art stuff. AI. Oh, it doesn't have a capitalization option. AI art stuff. I'm gonna move it up. Strictly AI artwork goes here. You may include your original starting images. Oh. Simple and to the point. Original is not spelled right. Original. Original. Oh, shut up! Stop! Not that tired. Stop it. Original. That doesn't sound right. It won't let me. It won't spell check it for me. Whatever. I don't care. Slow mode off. Age restrict channel. No, because you can't really do anything naughty with AI, with any AI, I don't think. Yeah, I think we're good. If somebody does post something naughty on it, then I am going to take it. I'm going to turn that on, I guess. Well, that's good. Permissions. Anybody can post here. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. I forgot I had to do. Oh, I would not. No, I haven't forgot how to original. Oh, you're a mod. You can change this. You can change it if you want to change it. I don't care. I might just be too tired to give a shit at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was just like, oh, I already did this for something. Okay. The channel's up and running, and I am going to make my own folder for all of my AI art, because that's something else I asked people in earlier on in the stream. So yeah, right. I will be back the day after tomorrow, and I will try to do my best years to actually get all of the pick dump done, although it's going to take weeks. I'm calling it now. It's going to take weeks and weeks. I don't know why I thought it was going to take less time than actual pick mining, but it's the it's the slow, methodical movement of every single picture into every single part of the slideshow. Oh my god, of the slideshow. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. More time for perfection, dude. It's a slideshow. It's whatever. Anyway, my bum fell asleep. Belly rubs and belly salute. Besides, yeah, you should want me to finish the pick dump, because when I finish the pick dump, unless you're going to pay for it, I'm going to do the editing for all of the human balloon videos that I did, which were quite a few of them. So yeah. Did we come to a consensus, by the way, about the whole where I'm going to upload all my content? Because I'm pretty sure this vid was out, right? What do you mean? What? No, I meant all of my archive, not just the yeah. Well, just those ones. My tummy's not happy with me tonight. I had fish pie, and it was delicious, but my tummy just does not like me now. It's doing weird rumbly noises. It's not uncomfortable or anything. It's just that it's gassy and it's making weird rumbly noises. Usually means that at some point soonish I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom anyway. Because I'm going to bed, and I go to the bathroom before I go to bed, so it makes sense. I'm posting my picture, my last picture of the day. The manual the manual app where you basically poke the button and it sends the picture to everywhere isn't working right now on this device. So I'm gonna have to do it to everywhere that I'm posting it. That I'm posting it. I don't know why my voice is going weird tonight. Like I said, ever since Damon got home, I'm like, ew. Right, I'm going to hit the button as soon as I'm finished doing this. So the picture that I want to upload is at the very end of the list as well. So, helpful. And here it is, going to Discord. There it is. And deleted from this device. I do not look happy in this next one. I do remember that, actually. But yeah. Right, toodles! I'm hitting the button. I will probably sleep well. Damon's home now, so that helps a lot. So yeah. You're at your gas. No, you're not. That's not gas. That's not what it means. Oh, look up stuff, okay? Look up words and meanings and stuff. Belly rubs. Belly salute. Also, next time, ask nicely. Just ask nicely. You weren't rude or anything. It's just that I like it when people ask me nicely. Anyway. You know what it means? Again, look it up. Just look it up. Come away. Leave me alone. Doing a spider check. Anyway. Toodles.